Hello everybody, it's Saturday the 11th of December. Let's open number 11. There's a lovely squirrel there. There we go. It's day 11 of 12 days of Kitmas and it's bead day. Let's get cracking. Right then, it's day 11 and what I'd got on my list, if you have a look, and I promise that I'm not showing you tomorrow's, paper beads look, number 11 was already planned, and then I picked out that one because I'd forgotten what the last two jar picks were, and that's come out as beads. So yeah, but I thought I've more or less finished the paper bead what I wanted to do, and then I thought I'd do a small beaded Christmas tree because I know there's a few of you that said to me they were really excited that we'd be doing some beading, and I thought, oh, they'll be disappointed when they know it's paper. But anyway, I'll do a little Christmas tree in that as well. So for your paper beads, and what I'll do is I'll link a couple of videos for you to watch if you've not seen me do these before. So one out making paper beads with kit paper, and the other one just beading for decoration, which is probably what I'm going to do on the little Christmas tree. So you need to cut your triangles. Now generally speaking, if I want my beads to be all the same length, I will do the triangles and I'll measure them all out and do them the same. However, for this, and I have already done this because it was a lot of messing about. Can you see? Ooh, it's got some sparkle on. I love it. You obviously want your beads to be different lengths to fit up your drawing of your Christmas tree. That's just a given if you're filling a drawing in or whatever. You want to make something that's obvious. You know, you could draw a little bird and fill it in with paper beads. So you want a selection of different triangles out of your background papers from Glad Tidings, and then what I suggest is have a think about whether you want the variety of colour like I have. You may well be that you just want to use, let's have a look at the other one, and I didn't use this. I cut a sliver off this, look. It may be that you want just this variation in colour, just the blues or one colour. But I've done a mixture of 3 different pages here, as you can see, and I think they look gorgeous. The other thing is, this is a great way to use up any of your Christmas papers. You know, I mean, I just put them in the folder and put them in a box in the loft. But if you're short of space and you don't want to keep your leftovers from one Christmas to the next, then make some paper beads, because by the time you've rolled them, you can't tell what's on there. I mean, you can't tell that these roses, for example, that are on here are in these bits. You know, it just gives you some nice colour and variation of pattern, but it doesn't look odd that you've got, you know, a bird's head, for example, or a stag, as I'm a stag's antlers, as I'm being wont to cut them off. You won't notice. So if you've not made these before, you just need to get yourself a wooden skewer, or chopsticks will do. But again, to give you a bit of a rest of having me doing a long video today, I'll link you some things to watch. Okay, so on this page I've done a bit of decoration. It's been another excuse to put a bit of my fluffy snow on, so I've done that. I have actually then put my beads on with art glitter glue. Then I use my Versamark. It needs cleaning, it seems to have leaked out, it's brand new. And I've tapped all over the beads. Then I sprinkled my embossing powder. I used a gold, just a cheap gold embossing powder that came from Hobbycraft, I think, that I've had a while, and then heat sealed all that. And I don't know if you can tell on camera, but in real life it's gorgeous, and it's even, you know, even gone on some of the snow, which I love. And then I've just, out of some Christmas wrapping paper, I've just made my little star, for whatever it is worth. Oh yeah, it's a bit of a rubbish one, cross between a star and a cross, I don't know. So that is that. I've put a bit of my hoarded French tape, embroidered tape on there, and a bit of washi from Tim Holtz. And yeah, after that busy page I didn't want to put too much on, but because I didn't want to disappoint people that were expecting a beaded one, I cut a little triangle out, look, and I thought we'd just quickly start beading that to put on it as well. Now I'm bringing this to show you because I've made myself, it's not finished yet, I've got to put some pages in. I think I'm going to put calico. I've made myself a new needle case ready for after Christmas, because it's Roxy Creations and by Sarah, and Roxy Creations by Rachel and her mum. And there are two more collaborators. There's Pam from Pam's Junk Journals, or is it Pandora's Junk Journals? I'll put her link down below. I can't remember how it's worded. And then myself are also on the team, on the Roxy team, for doing this stitchery. Roxy's World of Stitchery, or Roxy's Journal of Stitchery. So I've made myself from something I'd half done. And look, so all these beads, and look how effective. So if you just completely cover this with beads, it'll look stunning, or you could just do some beads around the edge. That's entirely up to you. But yeah, I thought I'd just show you that. I've just got to put the middle in. I normally put felt, to be fair, I put felt in them, but that starts to blunt my needle, I've learnt. So I think I'm going to put some calico pages in there. I've got a few new needles that I've not touched yet, and I thought, you know, I need to bring them out for that. Okay then, so let's just quickly, I've got some Natalie Stewart yarn, which is again my favourite. This is mercerised cotton, and this is hand dyed, so I don't like using it much. I'll use that, take a beading needle out, and yeah, I've got my trusted big beads from the Works here in the UK. Excuse me. So you can get these beading needles that open to get your, I think that's the one I've been using, wide eye beading needles, which basically they've got, can you see, you can get any thickness in, as long as it goes through your bead. You don't have trouble, put that in there to keep it open a minute, you don't have trouble threading it then. Okay, so I'm just going to get some of this and some of my best thread. Now I can't do that fancy knot thing, quilter's knot. I get myself in a tangle with it, so yeah, so you just do it like that and it's threaded straight away. And as long as you can get that through your bead, and it's very flexible. So if you are beading, you can do beading if you've got a very fine needle, it doesn't matter. However, if you're going to do it for any length of time, I do recommend you use a beading needle. It gives you a lot more versatility in the size of the beads that you can use. Okay, so I'm going to do coral stitch because I do like to put my beads on with coral stitch. So we take a little stitch up, we wrap the needle round anti-clockwise just to do my first stitch without a bead, and there you go, you've got your first stitch. So I then do put my bead on first. I'll put let's have a look, I'll put these orange ones on, I think they'd be nice. So just put that on. Don't let it go all the way to the end because we don't need it to yet. Do a little stitch, wrap your thread round anti-clockwise, hold on to it, pull your thread through and just pull your bead into place. Keep it down the left side. Let's have a look. Ooh, let's put some of those on as well. Put your bead on, little stitch. Now I put a little at the bottom here, I'm putting a little bit of a longer bite chunk because it's the bottom row, but with true coral stitch you don't have to do, you don't have to get such a big tail on it if you don't want. Make sure your thread's always to the left hand side before you put your bead on. What did I not do there? Didn't wrap my wool around here. Okay. Back to the red one. Take a little stitch, wrap your thread round. And secure your bead in place. Okay, so put your bead on first. Thread to the left, little bite-sized chunk. They're fiddly these because they're quite long needles and they're great if you want to put a few on at once. And there we go. So we'll just finish this row. Thread to the left, little bite size. Round your needle, and that is coral stitch with beads. You can do your coral stitch with all sorts of thickness of threads and you do get a good effect with really thick threads. So we want a red one here to finish off. Wrap your needle round, hold it in place. Make sure it doesn't go around the bead that preceded where you are. Okay, and then just take it through and we're going to carry on. Now just do one more row. When I get to there I've decided I'm going to put a bead on that end because it looks a bit odd without it. So for this row I think, what shall we have on here? I'll have some of these orange I think. On our Christmas tree we've got all different baubles, haven't we? So I'm going to turn my, wait a minute, let's come through here. That's it. Put your bead, so you always work left to right if you're right-handed. I presume if you're left-handed it'll be the opposite way. Take a bite-sized piece, put your thread round. And put that down. Okay. Okay, David. So I'm just going to finish this and come back, because you don't want to watch me beading it all.
Whew, no.
Okay then, so there's my little tree finished. I'm just going to see if I've got a last skerrick of 3-in-1 left in here. Yeah. See, it's always worth tipping it upside down for a bit. And I'm going to have it there. Move it in a bit because I've still got to be able to shut it. Yeah, I should still be able to shut that. Oh, I love it. See, I wasn't going to do that, but I've decided that I would do it because some people were looking forward to it. And I'm just wondering if I could put something on it. I have got another little angel, I think. Anything else? Anything else? No. I think that's my last angel. I'll have to buy some more for next year. Okay then, I've found 2 things that I want to use. Excited, I've enjoyed this. Ooh. There we go, that's our, I know it's bigger than the rest of Christmas tree. But I love it. And then my little angel. Ooh, see what I mean about this here glue? It's a nightmare when it gets empty. Let's press that down with my Matalan card on top so I don't get stuck to it. I'm just going to hold that down for a second. Oh, it's fun. I'm getting quite sad. It's coming to the end of the 12 days, but I think you'll have had enough of me crafting every day, won't you? You need a rest. You need a rest. That's okay there. Oh no, it's stuck to my card. Oh no, that's not working then. Oh well, I'll have to do that and put new nail varnish on. I think it's because there's a lot of this metal is open work, and there we go. Hopefully that will stick down. So thank you so much for joining me today. Hope you've enjoyed that. Hope you have a go with the beads. As I say, I will do a video for you to watch of the paper beads. Well, David will, and he's good with all that techie stuff, as you know. And then also how to bead with the coral stitch. The reason why I do that is, generally speaking, if one comes undone, you can rescue the other before it drops off. So thank you for joining me, and I'll see you tomorrow for the last day. Bye for now. Take care.